You know how Married at First Sight does the counseling on the side? You know what I'm talking about? Like, they have, like, their little the counselors that kinda help them talk through communication and things like that. I really feel like Love is Blind could benefit from that, because the way that these girls are moving with Insecurity Girl, Demi, insecure, passive aggressive, Catherine, insecure, manipulative, okay? Just Jasmine, I love you, sister, but girl, okay, insecure, you hostile a little bit of a tinge aggressive. Girl, there's a lot going on. And I'm not saying that the men are perfect either, because girl, y'all know what we're working with, okay? But I'm concerned, okay? I'm concerned about the mental health. I'm concerned about these toxic traits. And I'm rooting for all of these couples, okay? I put an asterisk on that. I don't know about Freddie and Catherine, but I'm rooting for Freddie, okay? And so because of this, I want to make sure that they are set up for success. Girl, we need somebody, a professional, a couple professionals going around helping these people through this, because girl, what's going on? Anyway, let's get into it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle. This is the Belle Perspective. We are here to talk about Love is Blind UK. Getting my getting my fix. Actually, I probably shouldn't have did that. My bad. No disrespect. My bad. But y'all know I'm just fiending for it, basically. This is episode 6 through 7. Girl, very, very good. I think the first one, 6, is entitled Once a Cheat, Always a Cheat. And then episode 7 is entitled Is She Good Enough for You? Girl, when I tell you, when we get into that one, baby, this show is so endearing. Girl, why am I always crying? And maybe it's my cancer spirit, but girl, I be in this mother just crying, girl. Anyway, okay, so like the video, subscribe to the channel, do the things. Let's get into it. All right. So Catherine and Demi, they are very much similar in terms of insecurity. So we're talking about episode 6, okay? And while I'm getting all on top of Demi about being insecure, girl, Catherine, you just as insecure, girl. Holly and Demi, girl, are not communicating. And I said it in my last video for episode 5. Check that out. Okay. I you have got to be able to communicate. All this passive aggressiveness between Demi and Ollie, especially Demi, not really communicating with each other. Girl, that is what's going to kill that relationship. You not being for real, telling him you jealous. If you not being for real, telling him you insecure about certain things. If you not being for real, girl, you already starting off on the wrong foot. Anyway, I wrote down, girl, tell him, okay? Just tell him. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with being vulnerable. Ain't nothing wrong with just being honest. Okay. Now we see Freddie and Kat. Girl, Freddie, girl, in episode 7. Girl, that's my other man, girl. Freddie is my other man, child. All right. They are jokingly talking about each other's bad traits, right? I think Catherine does this little sniffling noise or something, and then Freddie just leaves the toilet up or something like that. And I'm seeing that that's a thing. When I moved in with my boyfriend, or he moved out of his house and I moved out of my apartment, we moved in together. He didn't have that issue. He leave the toilet seat down, but his mama raised him right. So anyway, his mama raised him right. So they're jokingly talking to each other about the things that annoy each other, but there's this awkward tension still, right? It's still a little awkward. I don't know what it is, but something is going on. They're joking about it, but I'm just kind of like, I got my good eye on y'all. Anyway, again, Jasmine and Bobby going swimming, girl, beautiful. Tom and Maria are sitting around basically talking about Demi and Ollie and how they're an interesting couple, and they're, interested to see how this things will progress. Tom makes a comment to Maria about some word, and he assumed she didn't know the word. And she was like, I know the definition of that word, and it stuck out to me. And I said, we'll find out about it a little bit later. She was like, yes, I know the definition of that word. And I was like, "Hmm, okay, we'll get into it. Benny and Nicole, they're physically attracted to each other. I think they're at a vineyard or something. They're on their date and they're talking about how, they want to build a friendship and a connection, but then also be able to maximize that physical attraction to each other. So we know that they're physically attracted to each other. Praise God. And they also know that they want to, do a grown up at some point in time. So they have a little joke. They're real cute. I'm not even going to hold you, but they want to make sure that they take things slow. And that's cute. Now, in the previews, girl, Nicole, girl, don't have me cussing your behind out, because, girl, I will. Okay. Sabrina and Steven, girl, they real cute. They got a lot going on because, girl, ain't no love triangle, child. And it seemed like everything all right, except, okay, except this little piece. I'm hearing Steven mentions that Sabrina is messy. He does it like 4 times. Did y'all notice that? I was like, oh, okay, noted. All right. I don't know if that's gonna come back up, girl. All right. They're gonna share. They're preparing to share their relationship with their friends. So they're just kind of like, okay, are you nervous? Are you ready? Like, how do you think you're gonna handle it? So they're talking through that. But I did catch Stephen call Sabrina messy like 4 times throughout this episode. I said, all right, I caught that. Okay. Now we get to Catherine and Freddie again. They're sitting on the beach and they're talking. And I wrote in big letters, insecure. Okay. There, Catherine is asking him, does he have any crazy exes, basically laying in wait? Good question. Very good question. This next question, you didn't need to ask him that, okay? She asked him if he ever cheated on anyone. And he was honest and basically said yes. And she finds out that he cheated on a girl that, sorry, y'all. She finds out. So now that second question, she ain't had no business asking that. Okay, wait a minute. I feel torn. Should she have asked? Yes, maybe. Let me tell you, don't ask questions if you don't want them answers. Okay. If you're not prepared for the answer, then you don't need to ask the question. And I don't like to walk around avoiding the truth, but I just felt like she was asking that from a place of insecurity. And it wasn't gonna do nothing to help her. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't ask questions if you're not prepared for the truth. Anyway, and I'm wondering, I'm like, Catherine, are you self-sabotaging, girl? Is this what you're trying to do? Because, girl, I don't know what's going on. And my thing is, I know Freddie isn't perfect, and I'm not making no excuses for him. And I do think that you do need to keep your head on the swivel with anybody. But I also feel like, girl, are you doing this just so you can try to? I don't know. I feel like maybe she might be self-sabotaging. I don't know. Anyway, so he answers the question. She finds out that he did cheat on his girlfriend, a girlfriend in the past. The girlfriend, he didn't tell the girlfriend. The girlfriend found out. Catherine is just basically holding it over his head and looking at him sideways. Freddie is super like, oh my God. He's like shamed, feeling guilty. I'm like, that happened in the past though. Like, why are we holding on to things that happened in the past? Okay. And he's like, I don't want this to change her opinion of me. I'm gonna do everything I can to prove myself. And I said, oh God, no, no, no. This this is not going to bode well if you feel like you're not good enough for her. I don't know. I felt like she planted a seed of insecurity because she's insecure and I don't like that. Okay. And I'm gonna try to give Catherine a chance, but y'all already know how I feel about that girl. Anyway, she tells Freddie she feels like once a cheat, always a cheat. I said, oh girl, please. Oh, she said, I respect you for telling me this, but it causes doubt and concern. I do feel for Catherine because she said that in every relationship that she's been in, the men have cheated on her. I guess my in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so you found out Freddie cheated on his girlfriend. I hope you don't think Ollie is not possibly still on that same fuckboy train. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. We're gonna keep on moving. But the other part of me is feeling like, girl, I feel like you self-sabotaging. I feel like you think that you're not good enough for Freddie, and so you're planting seeds to this. It's a whole thing. Girl, psych, ooh, child. Anyway, okay, we're moving on. Now, I found it interesting that Kat decided to be all up in their business, and we'll talk about it in just a second. So when all the couples got back together, Kat was all up in Demi business, trying to make sure she's happy and okay, but she ain't say nothing about her and Freddie. You see what I'm saying? That's not your friend. That's not your friend. Okay, Demi, that ain't your friend. She want to be all in your business, but she don't got nothing to say about her and Freddie when they going through something, and they literally are going through something, but don't nobody know. She gonna keep that to her chest, but she want to be all in your business. Girl, I say okay. Yeah, okay, so the couples come back together again. And again, Freddie is wearing his heart on his sleeve. He's like, I'm concerned, that I disappointed Kat, that I, may have caused this is gonna be a blemish on our relationship. And I'm thinking, like, boy, that was I'm not excusing the behavior. I'm not, but I also feel like, girl, he probably was younger. That was in the past. I feel like you need to give him time to show him who he is before you jump to the conclusion. Okay. I'm just, he feels like he's not meeting her expectation. I said, ooh. Ooh wee, girl, this is not gonna bode well. Okay, so the hosts get there. And girl, I said, you didn't I said I've been saying this 1,000 times in my head, but I ain't say it out loud. The husband looked just like Jesse Williams, girl. Just like Jesse Williams. I swear. I don't know what he do. I don't know who he is or what he does, but he look just like Jesse Williams with Anyway, glasses on, child. Is he? The hosts tell them that their phones are going to be given back to them. They're going to be living together in a mutual space. They want to see what that's going to look like. They're going to be moving off into new territory, girl. This is going to be very interesting. They're going to be meeting family, and the wedding is weeks away, girl. Y'all better get y'all shit together, okay? Now, Ollie brings up in this episode that he feels that he's noticed that him and Demi aren't as physically connected to each other as all the other couples are. And I believe he's talking to Bobby about this, and Bobby was like, "You don't need to be worried about that, okay? Don't worry about everybody else's relationship." And while Bobby is correct, there are underlying issues as to why y'all aren't connected like that physically. When you're in public, you're worried about Demi is worried about so many other things. You got weird energy going on. It's a lot going on. Y'all need to be talking about it, okay? Anyway, and I wrote that down. I said, please talk to each other. Both of y'all are saying the same thing. If y'all come together and talk about it, you actually can solve the issue. Oh, girl, the way communication is set up, and I mean, y'all grown ass people will go through all. Girl, communication is right here. It's right here, baby. You all over him. You doing all this, girl. Wondering why you having a hard time, girl. Communication was right here, girl. It's right here. Okay. Anyway, okay. So Bobby is talking to Ollie about this, right? And here come Jasmine. Now sister, I gotta call her sister because she, ER, not TAH. Okay. Whew. Now, Jasmine, sister, I like you. Okay, I really do. And I know you mean well, but this was not your business. Okay. So Jasmine sits between Ollie and Bobby, girl, just she plops down. I was like, oh girl, you okay. Hmm. And Ollie is just like cramped up, like, okay, okay. So, hey girl, hey, what's going on? Right. And she was like, basically putting the pressure on, you know, how's everything going? Do you like her? I mean, if you really like her, then what's going on? Why you acting funny? Ain't no reason why you need to be doing this. I mean, it is what it is. You want to be with her or not? I want my friend to be okay. Don't hurt my friend. Don't hurt my friend. Don't hurt my friend. I was just like, oh, girl. I understood why Ollie was feeling overwhelmed. I would have felt overwhelmed in that moment too. Okay. Like, oh, girl, please, I don't even know you. Can you back up? I'm not doing anything. And he really, in this moment, isn't doing anything. He like, yes, I like her. I want to be with her. I wouldn't even be here if that was the case. Like, what are you talking about? Girl, Jasmine kept going. Why are you going off on me? I'm just asking. No, girl, you doing too much. Okay. And Bobby's sitting there trying to be the peacemaker. I was like, Bobby, y'all need to go walk away because you doing too much. You're doing entirely too much. Meanwhile, as Jasmine was putting pressure on Ollie, the intent was well, but girl, no ma'am. Don't please, okay? Please, ma'am, don't do that. Demi is talking to Catherine. They decide to have a conversation. Girl, Demi, girl, this is not your friend. Okay? This not your friend. Okay, this not your friend. All right. Demi was like, oh, I love Ali. He's touching on me, kissing on me, all this other stuff. I said, go ahead and tell him. Tell him. Heifer, he loving on me. He doing all that. He doing this. Which also, have y'all done the grown up yet? I mean, y'all don't have to. I mean, you can take your time. But yeah, come on now. Oh, that's an important part. Okay. Anyway, and so Catherine is like, you're not being your usual self. And so I just want to make sure that you're happy and that he's doing everything you need him to do to make you happy because you're not being your usual self. Like, Demi, you don't need to be having this conversation with Catherine. It's not none of her business. None of her business. And I mean, just Catherine just kept lurking around. Even when Jasmine was talking to Ollie later on because I might be getting the timing mixed up. But even when Jasmine was talking to Ollie, Catherine was sitting across the way listening in. She's like, girl, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. She need to go on. Okay. So Ollie's worked up, pissed off, mad, right? Jasmine walks away. Bobby has Jasmine walk away. Demi walks up. Ollie's pissed, right? He was like, man, I want to go home. And she was like, well, then go home then. Girl, what the fuck are you talking? Demi, are you fucking kidding me? You really want that man? Girl, he needed you to listen to what he had to say. He needed you to defend him. And your passive aggressive ass, because you're on some, he's gonna hurt me at some point, so I might as well beat him to the point or beat him to the punch. Girl, are you fucking kidding me? He says, I want to go home. I don't want to deal with this shit. The first thing you tell me, well, go home then. What am I supposed to say to them? I need y'all to have some emotional intelligence in this motherfucker. And don't get me wrong, I understand that Ollie could have maybe handled that differently, but he was overwhelmed and he needed you to secure him. My problem with Demi is that she wants somebody to reassure her, reassure her, reassure her, fill her cup up all the goddamn time, but then she ain't ready to fill nobody else's. Girl, Demi, girl, you pissing me off too. Both of y'all pissing me off. So he decides, he gets up and he walks away. I said, Demi, that's not even what you wanted. You didn't even want that. Why the fuck did you tell him go home when you know good and damn well that's not what he wanted? The thing about that part is he was asking Demi, like, girl, what the hell you telling these people that I'm treating you bad or something? Like, girl, what's going on? She was like, no, she's just defending me. She's just trying to make sure you don't hurt me. Not you in here defending Jasmine. And I'm not saying that Jasmine, I get Jasmine's intent. But girl, no ma'am. No ma'am. You need to be able to defend both you need to be able to do both and not just throw him under the bus. Because girl, do you want to go home with Jasmine? Okay. All right. And I'm not saying put your friends over your husband, or the man you with. But girl, in this moment, Jasmine ain't need no defending. Okay. Especially not when she not around. You not throw her under the bus. But figure out what he need and what's going on, what happened, girl. Demi, you pissing me off, girl. Okay. Again. Okay, so they move into the apartments, girl. They gonna be interacting in the real world. Woo, this is gonna be very interesting. Freddy is walking on eggshells because Kat is basically, girl, he want to prove himself to Kat. Okay. Benny did y'all see Benny's ring when Benny got that ring for Nicole? Girl, why is Benny's ring the prettiest one? Why all these other rings? So where the hell is Demi's ring? Did Demi get a ring, y'all? That I missed? Where's Demi's ring? I don't know where her ring at, but I'm gonna tell you, Nicole's ring is the prettiest one. All right. And we see a quick clip of Tom and Maria, and Tom says he's always on his phone. He's a high-powered executive, and they talk about jobs and how he basically judged Maria's job, thinking a makeup artist is somebody who's probably shallow, not highly intelligent. And I said, ooh. Maria was like, I know you fucking lying to me. Just because I apply makeup on somebody, you automatically assume that I'm not smart. Like, girl, Tom is judgy, girl. Judgy. Okay.
Hey y'all, I decided I was going to go ahead and end the video here, split up my 6 and 7 because I didn't want to make it entirely too long. So don't forget to like this video before you leave. Subscribe to the channel. Absolutely get into the comments and let me know what you think about Love is Blind UK, girl. This show has been everything to me. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let you in this